AEW Forbidden Door. Pretty lengthy pay per view. There was the usual discourse around Forbidden Door of like, I don't know how this pay per view is gonna be. I don't like this. I don't like this build. Like, do we even need Forbidden Door anymore? The usual blah blah blah. But this ended up being a great show.
AEW does it again. Iffy builds. I didn't love a lot of it. I did think Tekla carried, but some of it I was like, okay. I guess this is just going to continue to be AEW strategy of like it gets hotter towards getting to the show, or even if the build is whatever, that the show's going to be on fire. I've seen it again of like this is the best AEW show. Like after every show, it's the same kind of discourse, and it's always really good discourse for the most part. And like I can't be mad at a great wrestling show. I watched one last night.
Yeah. Hey man, it gets a little sticky every time this year during this time period, but we got together. I agree. I wasn't a big fan of some of this build for this pay per view, but I wasn't worried. When's the last time AEW had a legitimately bad pay per view? Um, it's been quite a long time,
Can't even
so
think I'm on.
I was not worried at all. I knew that the show would deliver. Some of the discourse around this, some of it is valid, but some of it is also kind of like, all right, guys, like, how many times are we gonna have the same conversation?
There's only legit one thing that I didn't like in this show. Let's see if anybody can guess it. Only one thing of the entire show that I did not like. One thing, you guys. Try to guess it.
Yes. But yeah, we'll get into it. We did have three pre-show matches. Very excited to see Drilla Maloney on this card. He took on Daniel Garcia. Pretty solid 10-minute match. Great to see Dan Garcia in this spot as well. I thought that they did pretty solid for just a pre-show match.
Oh my God. I didn't know that this is happening. I was outside waiting to get inside the building, so I got
Oh,
in late. I knew that Daniel Garcia had a match. A friend was telling me that Daniel Garcia had a match, but he did not tell me who he was wrestling because I would have been mad and ran down there. I have to go back and watch that.
yeah, pretty solid match. Drilla
Mhm.
Maloney picked up the win here. Then we had
That's fire.
Micah versus Sky Blue in a TBS Championship Survival of the Fittest qualifying match.
This is
Uh,
when I got in.
I thought this was a good addition to this build for the qualifying. I mean, sorry, the Survival of the Fittest match, which will be Wednesday. Uh, Sky Blue is consistent. I think she's consistently gotten better and better. Good to see Micah here. Good to see someone from Stardom in this spot. And yeah, Micah picked up the win. She will be taking part in the Survival of the Fittest match. I think that's a great addition too. The only knock I have against the Survival for the Fittest lineup so far is I think it was a mistake to not have Mina Shirakawa in it. Um, and based on the
I think
matchup
so.
that they put Mina in, I knew Mina was going to lose, but I would have preferred to see Mina in the match.
Yeah, she should have been a part of this with how the year's been going for her and how she's kind of been kind of attached to that championship and one of the contenders over there. So it would have made a lot of sense for her to be involved in this. Micah was great. I thought that this
Yeah.
was when I knew the show, the crowd was going to be good for the show, Phil, because they were into Micah and into every international talent and they knew. And I was like, oh, this is going to be good because they understand everything that's happening on the show.
Yeah, this was another one of those. Like, it made a ton of sense to the Forbidden Door match.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to see more Stardom wrestlers this year. So this was awesome. Then
Yeah.
also, uh, hold on, hold on, just a second.
Mm-hmm. You're
Hold on.
good. You're good. You're good to go. Yeah, it was a lot of wrestling fans out in San Jose before I even got into the building. Like I said, I got in late. But yeah, seeing Micah and Sky Blue, I thought was really awesome. Sky Blue is, I think she'd be do well with a trip herself over there to Stardom because I think she works well with the Japanese women. And I think just a couple of AEW women who need more reps, and like Sky Blue doesn't get enough reps, even like if she's on a TV show a week. Like there's still other things and other areas that I think she could work well in. And with the Japanese promotion, I think she could really fare well. The homies, there's a couple of homies in West Coast Pro and the West Coast Pro training school that have went over to Japan with Marvelous. And after a month, they come back a completely different wrestler. And I think Sky Blue, she went over to Japan for a month, 2 months, 3 months. She'd come back an even better wrestler.
Yeah. That was that's what I liked about this match as well. I could easily see Stardom doing the same thing they did with Anna Jay, and bringing her over to take part in the 5-star Grand Prix or something.
Yeah.
Something, but like I thought that this was a great addition to the buy-in. I thought the women overall killed it on the buy-in.
The women on the whole night, I'm like, I don't think there
Yeah.
was a bad women's match on this whole show. Everybody was going 1,000 miles per hour, and I loved every moment of the women's stuff.
Yeah. Which gets us to the tag match to end the buy-in. Thunder Rosa and Olympia took on Divine Dominion. I don't know how I feel about the little monologue thing that comes on before Divine Dominion's theme song. It kind of takes me out of it every time. I was like, I don't know if this fits, guys, but everything else about their presentation, 10 out of 10, love it. But yeah, the monologue is kind of funny. It fits weird to me.
I was thinking when it was happening yesterday, like, what's first of all, what's happening? Because it's like it's funny, but it's like not supposed to be funny. But I'm like, what is this achieving? Because like, I honestly think these are two women and two wrestlers who don't need to talk a lot. Like, I don't think you need to add extra moments for them to talk, is maybe where I'm landing with. I'm like, the presence and how they work and when you get to the match is enough. I think they should promo totally, but like adding in this preface the match promo, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I wish they would give them the spot on the main card. They've been so consistent on the buy-in as well. Like they've been tremendous. All their tag matches have been really good when they're given a spot here on the buy-in. I don't know why they're not on the main card more. But again, I mean, the best thing you can say about it is they are always the standout to the buy-in.
That's true.
They always get a good amount of time, and they always utilize that time well. I just wish if you're gonna really put everything into them as the tag champions and do something with those tag bouts, they should be on the main card.
Yeah, they've knocked it out of the park so many times in the pre-show that it's time to reward them. Like they've built their matches that at the end the crowd is white hot. Like this match happened like that too, and I think they've done that so many times that it's like, one, they should get the showcase, but two, the women's tag team championships should also get the showcase on these main cards.
Yeah. But yeah, I did enjoy this match a lot. It's good to see Thunder Rosa here. Man, Olympia is fantastic. She's been doing her thing on Ring of Honor as well. If you have not seen it, she's incredible.
Olympia was the standout of this match, and a match with Megan Bain in it. I came out of it like, damn, Olympia was cooking. She was springboarding all over the place. She was flipping. She was spinning. She had a lot of energy and heart. And what Forbidden Door represents, like she had those vibes. I was like, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like a crossover. You're getting wrestlers you don't normally see against each other, and they're bringing their unique styles into the match. Like this was great. Thunder Rosa got a big pop here, and California loves Thunder, and people loved her in the crowd at the show. And I'm always also like, why isn't Thunder represented more on television? I think people really love her still.
Thunder's very funny. When she came down and she got right in the camera and was like, "You can't get rid of me," I was like, "Who is that for?" Like,
it's for somebody. It's
get your shit off,
somebody.
I was like, okay. Very funny stuff. That is also, if you didn't already know, because Divine Dominion is clearly on this run. Yeah, they're not losing anytime soon. But like, if you had any doubt at that moment, I was like, yep, Thunder Rosa and Olympia are definitely losing, which was very funny. But Wrestling, man.
You can't get rid of me. I
Wrestling.
love it because she's spitting. She is spitting. You can't get rid of her.
Yeah, and I mean, you can get into the way that Thunder Rosa has been used since she came back from injury, which is kind of unfortunate. But I did think this was a good use of her in Olympia, and I did really like this match.
I just don't understand if you have someone that's over, why you wouldn't put that over person on TV, Danhausen.
It's a lot of stuff like that. I just don't really get it. I don't get why
Like
they're
if
not
they're
doing
not
it.
over and they ain't got shit, and every time nobody cares, yeah. But like when this person's on TV, the fans care. People that are watching on
Yeah.
TV care. That's what wrestling is about, caring. I thought.
Yes. But yeah, then the main card started, and I mean, just back to back elite wrestling matches to start the show. I thought the show
Unbelievable.
started incredibly strong. Uh, Opening with the triple threat match, the Young Bucks versus El Sky Team and Unbound Kingdom, the team of Shingo Takagi and Teton. This was basically what you'd expect out of a big West Coast PWG style Young Bucks match. All of the big spots, lucha libre with some strong style Japanese wrestling in there. Very fun match.
I ate every moment of this up. Mystico's entrance and with a bunch of Mexican homies in the crowd with you, Phil. It's different. It's different. You probably understand because you're in Chicago. It's like that. If you guys haven't experienced, because a video, all that is great, but like being in the building when people know this song and they're excited about seeing this person show up, amazing. And then they get into the ring, him and Dorada, and they start cooking with their lucha libre shit. They're flipping all over the place. The shit was heat. The greatest tag team of all time was on display. They are always, this is their match type. Like Phil said, it's California. We know what they've done for California, Nick and Matt, and all of their spots hit so hard. Shingo, it was so good in this. I was mad that he didn't have a single match. So I was like, this was great. Like I'm so happy that he was here. But goddamn, but put this guy against another number one wrestler over here because we could have had something else special.
Yeah, we've got to get him in some singles matches, shingle matches, some single
Some single
matches.
matches.
um,
Because like,
on
isn't there a swerve match that he said he wanted still somewhere in the
Yes,
world? Like,
yes. I believe the only singles match he's had at Forbidden Door is the Bryan match, right?
right, yeah.
Which man,
I hate
Shingo is so good. Yeah, love to see him do more with AEW. Love to see him doing more, just in the U.S. in general. This is also where I have to give my man all of the credit in the world. The Japanese ring announcer that does New Japan Strong or the US shows for New Japan,
that
he
guy.
was fantastic all night, man.
Wow.
This guy was, I mean, he brought the energy for every single introduction, man. Every time they put him up against Justin, I'm like, nah, dog, this guy, nah, he smoked it.
Was feeling bad for Justin. I'm like, damn, Justin, like you might want to like
Fight
what's
back.
going on? Yeah, fight back, dog. Like the Japanese told me like I was hyped for the match after his intro, and I'm like, Justin is not doing this the same way. Like it felt like a big Forbidden Door match when the homie was cooking. I was like,
Yeah.
this make it. The presentation is there with how he's giving it up.
Yeah, he was great all night.
Justin, sorry, brother.
But yeah, man, great way to open the show. Very fun match. Nick Jackson doing Nick Jackson things in there with Mystico. And man, Mascara Dorada, man. Every time they give this guy a chance on these big stages, on a pay per view, man, he tries to steal the show. And
He doesn't.
man, he was amazing in this match.
He was going so fast at so many points. Him and Nick one-on-one match 1,000 times in a row, please. Like the way that they're moving. When Dorada and Mystico would start doing tandem stuff together and they're flipping over here, like you can't beat this. Like it just the thing about Mystico, because I was like, this is the biggest wrestling star in Mexico, maybe in the world right now, with how many sellouts and all these things going. He has like a super basic luchador moveset, but when he does it, it just hits so hard.
Yeah, the shooting star he did off of the second rope to the outside, that was crazy. He did a few moves, like you said, that are like standard luchador moves, but just the way he does it, it just looks different, man.
Well, these guys are floating, man. Like they float in the air to do Hurricane Ranas. They float in the air to get into arm drags. Like just unbelievable work. This is how you kick off a show, Phil. Like when these guys, everybody was going 1,000 miles per hour. Everybody was getting their shit in. The crowd was going mental. Like it was great.
Yeah, yeah, very fun match. The Young Bucks did pick up the win. I have to assume this is the continued way to build them up for their eventual AEW World Tag Team title match against Cope and Christian.
It's happening.
That's yeah, definitely on the rise. We don't know what this means for FTR. I thought FTR was still going to be in the mix after they dropped the belts to Cope and Christian. At one point, I thought we could even end up with another triple threat match between those three teams.
Me too.
But apparently FTR is taking some time off.
Yeah, they put up some social media posts being like, we've had a run, we want to rest our bodies, we want to see our families, we want to kick it. But in wrestler speak, Phil, that could mean 20,000 things. Like what? I came out of that like, huh? What do you mean though?
Yeah, very curious. Don't know when we'll see FTR again, but
because they were great. So there was not
yeah.
one moment where they weren't great. So it's like they're not losing a step. They're not getting worse. They're getting better. So what's up?
Yeah. Yeah. On any other show, Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. probably would have been my match of the night because this was just tremendous from start to finish. The best technical wrestler in the world up against the best bout machine. This was, man. It's so crazy because every time I watch Zach wrestle now, it feels like I have one of these moments like, hey, this guy's really good, even though I already know that. But he'll do something in a match where it's just like, yeah, nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is wrestling to this level. No. And watching Kenny at this point in his career, and he doesn't quite have that same explosiveness that he used to have. He doesn't have that same snap on some of his moves, but like he's now kind of a crafty veteran, which is interesting to watch. And when the match started, I was like, oh, you're not going to be able to get all of this stuff off on Zach. He's just going to tie you up. He's going to, no, this is grappling. We're going to ground you. I'm not going to let you do any of that. And Kenny caught on pretty quickly and changed his game pretty quickly to keep up.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zach went in with the expectations that it's going to be kind of an easy day because Kenny doesn't really get down like that. But Kenny's one of the most versatile wrestlers of all time, man. He works every style that there is. Pretty immediately, you kind of knew what was going on. And coming into the building, Phil, it felt like the two most anticipated matches, just from how people were moving, were Swerve and Ospreay and this match. Like every time a graphic was shown for this match, people were going crazy. Every time either one of ththese wrestlers were mentioned, people were going crazy. And as soon as the match started, you can feel that energy. Everybody was just like, how is this going to play out? How's it going to be laid out? Zack Sabre Jr. really is Bryan Danielson Jr. He really is the son of Bryan Danielson because he does regular things, but you're like, huh? Wait, how did you do that? Like, how did you get from there to there in 1 second and transition like that? And the way that he kind of starts off of like, the crowd was chanting, you're a dickhead, and like it was fueling Zack Sabre because like he likes that shit. He likes to be a prick. He likes to be annoying. He likes to be over here on your side and like just trying to get Kenny off sorts and him just smirking through it. I was like, Zack Sabre Jr. is a different human being. The way that his matches are laid out are completely different than everyone else because he relies on counters and using your body against you and trying to manipulate Kenny's body in a lot of this match. I was like, oh man, they're really getting into it, Phil.
Yeah, the thing I think that is so great about Zach is he always works at his pace, He's going to go in there no matter who he wrestles, and he's going to wrestle the same pace. He's going to make it his style of match. And for that subsect of fans that thinks like technical wrestling is boring, I don't see how you can watch this guy wrestle anybody and think that, because he makes it so interesting. He makes it a style that's his own, and he adapts so well to everybody he's in there with.
I think that is part of the reason why people don't like technical wrestling. It's not his fault. It's everyone else's fault. Cause like
Yeah.
I watched him last night, and then I think of all the other guys that try to do technical wrestling, and I'm like, oh, this is why people feel away, because they can't do it like this. Like they try to emulate what he does, and it feels clunky and it feels weird. He is just smooth and transitions into all the spots, and really is a technical wrestler, because they put that tag on some wrestlers that aren't even technical wrestlers.
Yeah, no. Zach is a lyrical miracle guy in a room full of a bunch of guys that's trying to make all of these pop rap songs. Nah, dog. You gotta pay attention to every single line, man.
Lyrical miracle. That's such a great description, because he's in there spitting 64 bars like Cannabis used to do. It's like, we just need a 16, and he's like, now you about to get these 64.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, people don't know, big hip hop fan. He probably would appreciate that
Yeah.
that analogy. But yeah, no, he was great here. His transitions, man, like some of the way, like he'll get into these holes and then quickly transition before you even get a chance to react. It's just like incredible. Kenny coming with the big
in this, man. Oh my god.
the big chops. Yeah, the chops in this match, the strikes, the big knee that Kenny hit in the corner that I thought Zach was like knocked out. I was like, oh,
Got him.
Yeah, this was great. Kenny needed a big match like this. I assume this is heating him up for something. Got to be moving on, possibly back into the world title picture. He's been saying since the beginning of this year that he wants to be AEW World Champion. And so when you have a match of this stature at Forbidden Door, I assume this is building to something, which to the point, Zach has kind of been the Forbidden Door MVP for the entirety of the existence of this show. Every year, this guy comes and gives us a match like this. The Orange Cassidy match at the very first Forbidden Door is still one of the greatest AEW matches of all time. The Nigel match he had last year, this match,
Fire.
nah, his run at Forbidden Door, like I don't think anybody, AEW or New Japan wrestler, can compete with this guy's catalog in this show so far.
It's all the guys that he wrestle want to wrestle him. That's always the thing too. Like it's like anytime they start talking about Forbidden Door season, the wrestlers are always like Zack Sabre Jr. Like he defines what this what the Forbidden Door is. He defines all of that, and he's just so good beyond that. Like you were saying, Phil, if this match was on any other show, it would have been the match of the night. Like when it got to the meat and bones and to the end of it, the finish, these guys were going crazy. The counters were insane. Kenny got to a point where Kenny was just trying to get out of there. He's just like, that tape's on my neck, he's on my leg, like I have to kill this guy so he'll leave me alone. Like I love that kind of desperation of showing, even against the best guys in the world, I'm still Kenny Omega. And on his little promo on Dynamite, he said something about redemption. So like I feel like we're leading somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, he got his promo in on Zach, and Zach was like, wait a minute, I didn't know. Oh, we're cutting promos. I thought I just came here to wrestle. I've been here a few times. Like, you guys give me the spot. I come in here and wrestle. I go in the back. Oh, you getting time to talk. Oh, somebody give me a microphone. He's like, hey, man, try to stay out of the hospital, fuckhead. And walked away. And I was like, hey, that was enough. He didn't have to say a whole lot. Again, lyrical miracle guy. He got one bar for y'all. Fuck out of here.
You only get half a bar. Fuck y'all niggas. That's what he did pretty much.
Yeah. Incredible stuff. Yeah, incredible match. Kenny Omega, man, just like.
Still him.
I'm starting to wonder, man, like how much longer we're going to get Kenny at this level, man. And that's why I think you got to pull the trigger and put the belt on this guy soon, because
We're here.
I don't know how much longer we're gonna have him at this level, being able to have these big matches anymore. And I think you got to get as many of them in as you can.
That's what it is. Max, you're here for a long time, dude. 20 more years, 20, 30 more years of Max being world champion. We don't know how much longer we have Kenny Omega. We don't know what this is. This could be the final year of his career. You just don't know at this point. But for him to still be doing it like this
Yeah,
against Swerve this year, against Zack Sabre last night, what he's still capable of, we have to see at least, because the run ain't going to be for long, honestly, because we know where this is leading to, but we need to see him with that championship, and then we just need to see what he could do as the world champion against Ospreay at All In. Could you imagine that?
yeah. I mean, at the very least, I, I want the Osprey match at Forbidden Door. Sorry, not at Forbidden Door, but All Out. Still messing it up. Take two, take three. All in. At All In, Wembley Stadium. I do want to see Kenny Omega walk in as champion, but I still think there's a Continental Classic run that we haven't gotten out of Kenny.
That's what
I
we
still
need.
think there's like a ton of stuff that you could do with him outside of the world title picture, but for him to
Yep.
start this year and say that he wants to be world champion, how many more world title runs are we going to get out of Kenny Omega? That's the question.
It's like, it's not even that. It's more on like, because we don't really need it at this point, also, but we should have it. You know what I mean? Like if he today was like, thanks you guys, I'm done here, it would be great. You got the certified
Yeah.
career. But if we're going to have him, let's get into it. You got me. I'm like, I think I might be more excited about a Kenny Omega Continental Classic run than a Kenny Omega World Title run. But that's just because I'm a sick ass nigga. Cause like, could you imagine?
We know what he did for the G1, and I think there's part of this where Okada is considered the greatest tournament wrestler, and it kind of feels like, yeah, no, that guy from Winnipeg got something to say about that.
1000%. Go.
So yeah, but we'll see. My fingers are crossed. I have to assume this is leading to a match with MJF at Redemption. Like I said, pretty on the nose. Redemption is the name of the pay per view. It's taking
In
place
Canada.
in Canada.
And what happens later in the show that we're going to get into, and how immediately they announce what's going to happen post that. I'm like, oh, I see what's happening here.
Yeah, there was a lot of immediate build for Redemption coming out of this show. They've been airing the packages for Willow Nightingale since Collision.
Redemption.
It's like, wonder what that means.
I'm interested. We're going to tell a lot of stories going before we even get to All In. So like, shit's going to be different in a month.
Yeah. John Moxley versus Bandito for the AEW Continental Championship. I knew going into this match when it was announced, I was like, oh, it's Moxley versus Bandito. I know who I want to win this match. I know who's going to win this match. And I was not shocked by the outcome of it. But it's yet again where I may have been more upset at the outcome of this match if John Moxley wasn't so goddamn good. And this guy came in knowing that a good part of this audience loves Bandito and they wanted Bandito to win this match. And so because of that, he went in and healed it up as much as possible. It made the match that much better.
Yeah, this was earlier when I said that I only hated one thing on the show. If anybody guessed this was not it. Like, I thought this was awesome. I thought this was hilarious. Bringing out Bandito, a Mexican luchador legend already, and all the fans in the arena are going ham. But knowing what his fate is about to be, John Moxley comes out through the crowd, and I could just see it on his face, Phil. Like, I was like, oh, I know what this guy is about to do. He's about to do something very hilarious. Going in there, almost immediately busting up Bandito through his mask, having him bleeding, and being like, no, this is the type of match we're going to do. If you guys thought we was about to have one of them epic Bandito back and forth ones, that's not what this is.
No. Immediately busts him open. He is gushing blood through his mask. And
Pretty
then Moxley proceeds to rip his mask. And like he started ripping it so hard, it looked like Bandito was like, yo, chill. Check it. I can actually see my face. Like, what are you doing?
It's like this whole half of Bandito's fan is showing. It's like, hold
He's
on,
like,
the match
yo,
is for a
stop.
reason, Doc. Mox is just clawing at him.
Yeah, no, all that stuff was great. And the fact that Moxley keeps doing things like this and then he'll just move on quickly like nothing happened. Like what? That's just what I needed to do to win the match. What? Why y'all mad at me? And like for him to go from this to showing up at the end of the night, like none of that happened. It's really, really funny. It continues to be funny that this guy continues to do heel things, and then when he wants to, he's like, "What? Are y'all still talking about that? That's old."
Legit. After this match was over, which was really fun, by the way, we expected the outcome. That's why it didn't make me mad at all, because I was like, of course Moxley won. Like nobody was surprised about this. But when he is walking back through the crowd, like, yeah, I did that. Like I told you I was gonna do it, and I did it. It's like you can't be mad at Moxley because he does keep doing that. He does keep being like, "Oh, hey, I know what you guys expect to happen, what you want to happen, how you feel like this is gonna go, but I'm gonna go in there and beat this guy up and then win." And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, what a guy!
Funniest wrestler.
What a guy! It's possibly in the best shape of his career. He's wrestling really well. Like the character stuff he's doing currently, I really enjoy. And man, just can't say enough great things about Bandito. 2025 Wrestler of the Year. And if he was not your Wrestler of the Year last year, you were just wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This guy is just incredible. The feat of strength, picking this guy up, doing the gorilla press with John Moxley, who is not a small guy with one hand. Just amazing stuff.
I'm like 2026 though, because like the Swerve match, this match, the Andrade match, that fucking 10,000 pesos match that they had in Mexico, the 8-man tag or whatever. Bandito's he's having another resume, you guys, quietly putting together one of those. I'm like, this guy is unbelievable. Like when he was walking down with the Ring of Honor championship, I was like, it's sad that the Ring of Honor champion is going to lose this match, but I was also thinking like he needs more than this. Like I'm Ring of Honor young boy. I fucks with it heavy. Like I love him as champion, but like what he does, like he needs to be like a main player in AEW, legit,
Yes.
like all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he came down swaggy, all white gear, looked fantastic, big cape on.
Fly, brother.
He didn't know he was getting in there with a guy that don't care about none of that though. Like he don't care about none of that swaggy shit you're doing. He don't care about none of this pure white gear, all of this. Nah, I'm about to mess that right up.
Immediately, John Moxley is the funniest wrestler. But that's why I went online. I was like, how many matches has John Moxley lost? Somebody gave me the statistics. He's lost 22 singles matches in AEW,
Bro.
And I didn't think, I was like, there's no way he's lost more than 10 matches. But look, good on him.
This continental run he's been on is very funny when you think about it. Look at the guys he's beat: Okada, Takeshita, Bandito,
Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle O'Reilly. The run this guy has been on for this year coming out of World's End. This is like an all-time run. If you really consider like all the matches he's had, all the guys he's beat.
He lost the AEW World Title, Phil, and went crazy. Like the run he's been on post All In last year is like, what?
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to fall down, go backwards? No, he don't care about none of that. He moving forward. He got his own little corner of AEW, and he's making his due.
It's almost like this warped apology tour that he's on after the world title run of like, oh, y'all didn't like what I did over there. Okay, I'm going to take this belt and go and have all these great matches with all these people you like with this belt and have all these banger matches. Oh, I'm just going to beat them, though. Oh, you think I'm going to put them over? No, I'm beating those guys.
Oh, y'all hated when I had the belt in the briefcase? Y'all really going to hate me beating all your...
No, it's not a briefcase. Look, Marina's holding it right there. It's right over there. We can see it. You can see the belt. Y'all want to see the belt? It's right there. Yeah.
I'm telling you, dog, the funniest, and he be like, they be like in the prompt, like all the matches were like Takeshita should have won, Kyle Fletcher should have won, Kyle O'Reilly should have won, like everyone were like Bandito should have won, and he's like, I don't
Oh
give a
man.
fuck about none of that.
I'm doing what I got to do to win, and that was very much the story of this match. Moxley will do whatever he has to do to win a match, and
Yes.
I think that made for a great dynamic with Bandito because again, we've seen Bandito go in and do all of the crazy feats of strength and like all the high flying moves. Um, but no, he ain't wrestled nobody like Mox yet. Mox is like, yeah, listen, I've seen the tapes. Great guy, great wrestler, but you get in here with me, you're in here with a tiger, dog. You not no.
And I loved how there's a lot of blood on this show, Phil. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of bloody moments, but like this was completely different blood match than the main event. Like there was blood in both matches, but like different circumstances, different way that it was laid out, and it didn't seem like overkill.
Yes. John Moxley did pick up the win here, and I just chuckled while it was happening. Like he can't keep getting away with this, but
He
I
can.
I did really like this match.
That's the thing. Like if he was beating all of our favorites and the matches sucked, I'd be like, get him out of here. But all the matches are dope, so it's
No,
like
he's been killing it. Yeah, he's been a great Continental champion. I don't know who's possibly going to beat him at this point. I was thinking that at the end of this match, like who is going to beat this guy?
I'm like, they didn't even set nobody up to beat him. Like who? Nobody's in the league. Like nobody's in the back watching over him. I'm like, I don't know at all who's going to be the guy.
Yeah, when you look at the list of guys he's beat, it's pretty crazy. I don't know who's gonna get this
Everybody.
title off of him. At this point, he might make it all the way back to the Continental Classic as champion.
Because I'm like, who? Before, I mean, I guess he could lose it at like all in to somebody, but nobody set up for it at all.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, really love this match. Still enjoying John Moxley as Continental Champion. Still enjoying the Death Riders. At Shota Umino versus Pac for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship up next. This was Shota Umino's first defense. If you're not a New Japan fan, Shota has been a very divisive figure for this company. They're clearly trying to build this guy up. And to varying degrees. He
Mm-hmm.
did get the Wrestle Kingdom match last year with Zach. Was not a very popular match, but I think that he came back around and he had a solid run in the New Japan Cup. I thought he was underrated in the G1. He's still missing some character elements that I would like for him to
Yep.
have, but the wrestling has gotten better and better. I think his strikes are much better. He's starting to really lay those strikes in now. His lariats are really good now. He's putting that snap on the strikes like I want him to. He's starting to put it together. This is
Yes.
his first singles run as a champion as well.
That's what I noticed right off the bat because I saw Shota wrestle Moxley in Ontario year and a half, maybe 2 years ago at this point, and I came out of that match being like, if Shota don't get in the gym and start hitting some pads, I'm gonna be pissed off. And like, I've seen him a few times since then, and every time he gets progressively better. Last night I was like, oh, he finally understands
Yeah.
what how to do it, how to lay it in, the moments, and really when to do it. I think his presentation has gotten better too, and I think he almost got what he needs. But like you're saying, there's some character things that he still needs to work on. There's a couple of things in ring that he does that he's almost there too. But I thought this was a tremendous showing for him. And Pac, again, just like Moxley, kind of that Death Riders way of life, didn't care about none of that. He was just trying to kill this guy throughout the entire match, pretty much.
Yes. This was one of the most pleasant surprises of the matches to me because I didn't have high expectations for this match, but I came away really liking it. And I was
Yes.
surprised how much I liked it.
Hmm.
I thought Shota really brought it. I thought he represented New Japan well.
Yep.
Um, Pac is Pac. Like Pac is extremely underrated. It's crazy to say that he's underrated, but he is.
He is.
I I was surprised this was the match as well because coming out of Dominion, it seemed like they were building to the Gabe match. So I thought we were going to get Gabe versus Shota on this card. Turns out we're getting Gabe versus Shota on the New Japan card that's coming up. I think it's July 8th or something like that.
Hmm.
Sometime this week in the build to the G1 opening night on July 11th.
Hmm.
But yeah, I thought this was a good matchup. They're clearly building up something with Shota versus the Death Riders, which is going to play into the aftermath of the match. But um, I thought that Pac was a good opponent for Shota, and I thought that
Was.
Shota really showed up. I think the changes to his moveset have really worked for him. The strike knee he does and the change to his finisher. I think it's a good move for him.
Yeah, the strikes were incredible in this. The forearms going back and forth with Pac, the lariats were incredible. He's showed us a lot lighter on his feet at this point. Like
Yeah.
he's really starting to put it together. Pac, like I said, tried to kill this guy. At one point, he awesome bombed Shota from the ring through a table and like not safe at all. Like he threw him, Phil. He flung him through this table, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Pac's trying to kill this kid for some reason."
Very scary bump through this table. When I saw it on my screen, I was like, "Please be okay," because the way he landed looked so scary.
He threw him. He did like Mike Awesome. You've seen Mike Awesome. Like sometimes he just like gingerly let you over. No, Pac did not let this guy
No,
over. He threw him through the table.
no. Um, Shota's starting to master that thing that Kota Ibushi also used to do, where he go into this different place where he gets agitated and he goes into this like avatar state where he's no selling everything. And he's got like
Mhm.
these dead eyes and it's terrifying.
Yes.
Shota's starting to do that too sometimes, and it's not as terrifying as Ibushi doing it yet. But there's a bit of like soullessness there when he does it, where it's just like, "Where are you? You're in that place again. Come back to us. Come back, come back to us, Shota." But
Where are you? Yeah, he does have that, but like it's not completely gone like it is for Coda, but it is like he's about to tap into that thing. I think all of the things he's been against coming up and the adversity and the Wrestle Kingdom stuff and how people are talking about him, he's really starting to put it all together. And the closing stretch of this felt like a New Japan wrestling match, and it just was so refreshing, like you're saying.
yeah, yeah, I loved it. Again, pleasantly surprised at how good this match was. You could see all of Shota's influences, and sometimes it felt like in a bad way when he was putting it together.
Hmm. Right.
But now I feel like it's starting to come together. Like you can
Yeah.
see the influences from Tanahashi, like I said, Ibushi, um, and it's been a slow process with him. There's still like some of the claims of nepotism with him that are going to dog him for a while, but I haven't sold my Shota Umino stock. I still think this guy is going to be a future main eventer for New Japan.
Absolutely. I think they threw him into the deep water and it was a lot, but I think he's getting better with every day, so it's gonna work out for him. New Japan's gonna be good with him in the future.
Yeah, they've got a few young guys that are can't miss young guys. Like I keep
Right.
saying, Yuya Amora is going to be the guy for them eventually,
Tremendous.
man. Just he's fantastic. He's a guy that I would love to see take part in a Forbidden Door eventually because great talent. Yeah, that is one of my few gripes with the show is there are a few New Japan guys that are like currently hot that I would have liked to see them on the show, and Amora is one of
Hmm.
them.
Hmm. I do like that Suji. He made it into what he made it into is why he wasn't going to be there. I think it might have enhanced it of him being like, "Now fuck all that. I'm over here."
Yeah, he stood on business. I really liked it. I like it. It's clearly a work.
Yeah,
Um, and,
absolutely.
and I like what it does for this partnership with New Japan. I think like adding the adversarial aspect to this partnership is going to help Forbidden Door moving forward. And
Yep.
we saw that with the Tekla and Starlight Kid stuff. We saw that with some of the other aspects of this build. And so it isn't perfect, but I think there's still some cool stuff that we could do here. I was waiting for somebody to ask. I didn't see if anybody asked during the press scrum, but are we ever going to get another Wrestle Dynasty at Tokyo Dome?
It's a great question because I think there still should be in the year a show the other way. Like it shouldn't
Yeah,
just be in the AEW universe. Like there should be AEW wrestlers go over to New Japan and AEW wrestlers go over to Stardom, and we do this crossover the other way.
yeah. That's going to be curious because I have to assume that's got to be part of the reason Suji's doing this. Well, I defend my belt in
I think
Japan. I,
so.
I defend my belt against New Japan wrestlers who earned it. Like, I'm trying to build up our brand and not just use our belt over there. I like it. Somebody asked Tony about it in the press conference, and I thought Tony gave a great answer. But and I think this was the right call for the show as well.
Yeah.
To focus on Shota coming in as the global champion, making the global belt the belt that gets defended overseas for the U.S. shows. I'm not mad at that idea.
And good, really good fucking match too from Shota. So it all worked out.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, the Gabe Kid match is coming up soon in the lead in to the G1 climax. I can't imagine they take the belt off of Shota this soon.
I wouldn't think so.
But
But
they've
they've been
got
doing some wild things this year, Phil. You never know.
they did take that belt off of Andrade right away.
Pretty fast.
So we don't know, but they're clearly building up stuff with Gabe and Drilla Maloney as well. So very interested to see where that goes in the G1.
Yep.
Tekla versus Starlight Kid is up next for the AEW Women's World Championship. Up to this point, I thought Tekla had the best entrance of the night, coming out with the women with the flaming swords. And as Tekla explained in the press scrum afterwards, it's the point. Nah, I was serious. I'm trying to burn this company down, get Stardom up out of here. Like I'm trying to destroy this company, and I love all the pettiness of it. Tekla is a complete menace. Um, Absolutely loved it.
Out of
Start
her mind. That shirt that came out this week, Phil, banned in Japan. I'm like, everything is hitting on all cylinders for Tekla.
Tekla's been a great champion, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we've seen anybody maybe since that first year with Mariah May that's come in and hit the ground running this quickly and turned into a breakout star for this women's division. She's been such a great asset for the women's division. And again, I think she was the MVP of this build to Forbidden Door. She really carried this build on her back. And she got the most out of the partnership and stuff going into this match. And if you've never seen a Starlight Kid match before, she showed everybody who she is. She was fantastic.
Yep.
That big spot where she did the stretch muffler and did the airplane spin with it and the big oohs and ahs for it. I was like, yes, that's right. That's okay. Show them who you are.
She just looks so cool from the entrance.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, a cool wrestler. And then she starts wrestling, and then everybody's like you're saying, it's like, ooh, wow, whoa. She's showing these feats of strength. She's fast. She's getting Tech off of her guard. Like, great performance from this. Exactly what you're describing about Tekla, Phil, is how I was feeling during her entrance. I was like, damn, she looks so fucking cool. She's so confident. The crowd is so into what she's doing. Like, she really earned all of this. She wasn't given anything. Like, they gave her promo time. She got over with the fans. They gave her matches. She got over with that. Like, she has just been kicking so much ass. And to have a big entrance like that on a show like this, that she was so important to, I think was awesome. So like from the entrance, I was like, damn, this is gonna be dope. And then they went in there, and Starlight Kids start going 1,000 miles per hour, and Tekla's like, whoa, hold on a minute, like there's a lot going on. You're all over the place. But then when she kind of slowed the match down, got the crowd in it, start jawing, it was great.
Yeah. I think the best thing Tekla currently does as a character as well is she is getting all her shit off. She is like beating people down in the build to these matches. She's doing all this terrible stuff. And so by the time the match gets there, her opponent hates her.
Yes.
And we saw that in like some of the Statlander matches, the last pay-per-view match where she was in there with Sheeta and Jamie Hayter and Statlander, and everybody in that match hated her. And the same thing in this match. Starlight Kid was throwing this woman around trying to end her life because she's like, nah, not just do I hate everything you're doing, I hate what you're saying about my company, I hate what you're doing to the president of my company, I'm getting you up out of here. And she was like, whoa, wait a minute, like you're taking it really serious. Like, yeah, you did a lot going into this match.
Taking it really serious. Yeah, you was talking all that shit about my company and how you're better than all of us. I'm about to beat your ass. Yeah, Starlight Kid was really on showcase. That's what I thought was great about the whole show is, like I was saying, everybody got to do their style and get their shit in.
Yeah, I loved all of the heel work that Tekla has been doing as champion has really paid off because, like I said, all of her challengers come in was not just this desperation, but like this like fury, like I gotta beat you specifically, not just because I want your championship. No, you specifically, I want to beat you. I love it. Like the trash talking during the match she was doing was great. Continues to be on Toro Okada's neck. As soon as she got eyes on him, was trying to hem him up. I've seen people online say this is starting to feel like a humiliation ritual for Okada. Why does he keep showing up to places where she's at? Like it's starting to feel kind of like New Jack City, where it's like, why did he even come to the courtroom? You already know Nino don't like you. Why are you here?
And the issue is she keeps embarrassing him too. Like he's just like, hey, Tekla, don't disrespect our company, and she just like pushing him on the ground. He's like,
I got this guy hemmed up, throwing them all around, like hilarious, spitting on him.
But it's really enhancing the build and enhancing what Forbidden Door represents, because it's like, damn, what's up with Tekla? She really don't like this fool in this company.
Yeah, loved it. But again, Starlight Kid, man, she was tremendous here. I thought that this was a great way to highlight what she does well in ring. Like I said, that Streps Muscler spot was so cool. The some of the high flying stuff she did here, the homage she did to Liger with the mask coming out, what she's been doing for a while. I think just in a sample serving size, this was a great way to show people, like, if you don't watch Stardom, if you don't know who this person is, like, you should be watching her.
Absolutely. She's tight.
Really, really good match. Again, the women really killed it on this show. I thought this was a great world title match. Possibly Tekla's best title defense yet, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
Match. Because not just that it did a great job of highlighting what SLK does well, but all of Tekla's heel work was really good here. Like the style she wrestled here, this was a very Joshi style match as well. This was definitely what she did best before she came over to AEW. I still can't get over at one point. There was a bit of backlash online when Tekla was signed. Like, why of all people did they sign Tekla? And I was like, no, you guys are wrong. And she has completely proven a lot of these people wrong.
I knew she was awesome because I had seen some of her Stardom stuff, but then we interviewed her and I was like, damn, she's super cool. She's out of here. And like, I knew it from before she even came to the company and when we talked to her, how great she was going to be. But like the speed at which she's achieved this and got kind of to the top of the division is pretty dope and interesting. I didn't think it was going to be so quickly, and I'm happy for her.
Yeah, really great showing for her. I think throughout the night as well during this match, Walker Stewart was great on commentary.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah, he was really great. Walker's one of the best commentators in the world.
Yeah, he's tremendous. AEW, I don't know what he doing, but people are all the tweets that I saw and all the people talking were like, this is the most refreshing that this commentary team has been in a while, and it's all because of Walker. So I don't know.
But really enjoyed this match. Don't know where this leads Tekla. I'm kind of conflicted because the way we keep talking about MJF and the conversation is now, is MJF going to walk into All In as champion? And there's a strong argument why he should, with the business he's been doing, the matches he's been having, and everything.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like you could have the very same argument as to why Tekla should be walking into All In as champion.
We should have that conversation.
And I'm starting to feel like she's not going to. And I think that's kind of a shame because I think she's earned it. She's been such a great champion this year. And I think she's been underutilized at times as champions on a weekly show. When they've given her a mic and they've let her talk and they put her out there with the live crowd, she's been great. And I think that they should have been doing more. And I think if you're going to build around like this big heel going in All In, she deserves it.
Feels like we may be going a certain way, or things are developing how they will with these new Willow videos and what's happening. Because I don't know if Willow comes back and goes back to the TBS division. It feels like she might be trying to move into the world title division. But the money match for me at All In, I think, is Tekla against Mercedes. Like, I think that is the biggest possible match that they could do that'll feel fresh. If they got to Mercedes and Willow, the shit would be amazing. They would have a great match, two black women. Like, I would love every moment of it. But I think as a new, refreshing Mercedes said she's wanted this match, the Tekla one might work a little bit better for me at this moment.
Yeah. I just think Tekla has been so good this year. I think she deserves the right to defend that belt at All In.
On a big stage.
Yeah. Based on what we've seen this week with the Willow video packages, it definitely feels like Willow will be back sooner than people thought. And the Survival of the Fittest match is this week. So I don't think this is leading to her coming for the TBS title. I think this is leading to something else. Obviously, she had to withdraw for the Owen Hart Cup, and she was the favorite to win before Mercedes entered and won it. So that tells me they've got something big planned for Willow. I would not be surprised if Willow beats Tekla before All In, guys.
At Redemption, you think?
Possibly, with just the tone of these video packages they've shown, because they've aired 2 of them now. Kind of feels like that's where we're heading.
It's like bittersweet because like it's Willow and like amazing. That's great. I love Willow. She's one of my favorites. But I do think there's a world where Tekla should go in to All In as champion. So I don't know.
Yeah, and if Tekla is not champion going into All In,
then what?
Then what?
Yeah.
And the other issue I kind of have with that is I guess we'll wait because I don't know if that's what's happening yet.
Right. We're just kind of speculating
because
at this point.
My thing is, like, if you're putting the belt on Willow, you should make this like this big moment for Willow.
Agreed.
And I think coming out of the Owen, it doesn't feel like that's where we're at. It feels like you're trying to do 2 things at the same time. And I think you should just focus on one. Mm-hmm. That makes sense?
That's fair, I think. And like, I guess we could talk about it more when we get to the Mercedes match. But I'm like, is Mercedes babyface and all? Like, what are the dynamics? Like, if Willow wins, does Mercedes stay heel? Like, there's a lot happening.
That's the other reason why I kind of think Tekla is losing, because Mercedes is clearly still a heel.
Yeah.
Everything she's doing, she's a heel. Definitely. I don't think we're gonna do a heel versus heel match. And based on the aftermath of this Tekla stuff, Tekla healed it up after the match, ripped Starlight Kid's mask off, spit on her, spit on Okada. This is leading to her getting her comeuppance.
Yes.
A big baby face is going to beat Tekla. And I don't think that's Mercedes, because Mercedes is not a baby face.
Not a big baby face, yeah. Well, then, it's just, there's not a lot of time. We're at the end of June right now. We're building to Redemption right now, and then essentially building to All In at the same time. It's like there's a lot of moving parts that need to be put together.
Yeah, I suppose it's a good problem to have in some ways, but like, I don't know. We'll talk about it more whenever Willow returns. But it clearly seems like they're building up something big for Willow at Redemption.
Right. But it's so funny because like it's also like you're saying, it's Mercedes redemption at the same time to being the world champion. So like,
You gotta. We'll talk about it when we get to this match. I don't know. Cope and Cage took on the Dogs next for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Um, I don't remember a ton of what happened in this match, and I watched this match. I don't remember a ton of what happened in this match because the only thing I can think of was probably the biggest moment of the night, which we'll get into. But like this match was just felt like it was just a placeholder to get to that.
it's apparent where they're going with the Cope and Christian stuff, like
Yeah.
that bit where they were fighting on Dynamite or Collision, one of those, and they're walking, they're brawling, and then they see the Young Bucks, and they're like, "Hey, what's up, you guys?" It's like they keep having these little stare downs and interactions. So we're just trying to get to All In, but this match felt so there that I felt bad because like Finley and Clark Connors are working hard.
They're great
throughout the whole build. Like the 5-second pose stuff, like they're amazing. But it was like we know so hard that they weren't gonna win that it kind of just weighed on the top of it. You know,
it very much felt like a filler feud, and as much as like you're saying that Clark and Finlay tried to do to build up this match, they were doing a lot, and I just never really bought in. And even in the match, I thought that they worked hard to get people to care about this match, and it just felt like such a foregone conclusion that they were going to lose. That it just never really did anything for me. And even the style like that Cope and Christian worked in this match, it was just like kind of there. It was definitely one of my least favorite matches on this show, and that's not to say that it was a bad match, but when the show started so strong and you had so many great matches back to back to back, this was the only match that felt like it was just kind of average.
I went to go get a soda during this. I'll just say that. Listen, it was just, it's like, okay, this is cool. It's after the entrance of Cope, it's like, all right, what's the rest of this? That's the highlight of it for most part.
But
I love those guys. It was great.
But man, highlight of this entire part of the show, possibly highlight of the night, was the return of King Switch, the Catalyst. Jay White is back, ladies and gentlemen. Jay put out his tweet that said ready before this, and he's been doing this bit for a while, so nobody believed him because he's been doing ready with the question mark or just ready. And this was the first time he put out ready that just said period, not question mark. And I was like, oh, we might have action. He might be back. And people were like, no, it's too soon. I was like, I don't know, guys. He might be back. This was executed very well. They cut the lights off. And, of course, the Dogs have been going back and forth with the Bang Bang Gang. We got that great promo out of Juice Robinson a few weeks ago. They did that... They did that little video thing they did on Collision with the doctor's infomercial thing that was hilarious.
So good.
So they've been really building towards this feud between the Dogs and the Bang Bang Gang for some time. And so they came out and they interrupted the match. They did their big entrance and the lights go out and they made you second guess that, oh, they're just doing this to get the Guns and Juice and Ace up at the top of the ring. And so when the lights come back on and Jay is just nonchalant in the ring with his finger pointed at Finlay behind him, really great execution. Really glad we had Walker Stewart on commentary for this because he filled in the blanks between the AEW run and the New Japan run, because if you don't know, the guy that beat Jay White and sent him packing, took over leadership of Bullet Club after he lost his loser leaves town match, was David Finlay. They of course had a long rivalry in New Japan as well. Walker did a great job of explaining that to fans that might not know. But man, Jay White is finally back. I was so happy to see him. He had a hand injury and I believe a shoulder injury that kept him out for a long time. Um, I was excited to see him when we saw him during the Tanahashi retirement ceremony at Wrestle Kingdom earlier this year, and I was like, "Hey, man, when is this guy going to be ready to wrestle again?" Uh, it's still very bizarre to me at this point in his career and everything we know about Jay White that he's getting a baby face reaction. Huge pop for this guy.
Gigantic. People were going crazy in the crowd. They've been
Huge
waiting
pop.
for this.
And he's still doing all the exact same things. He
Same
still
guy.
looks like a big slimy heel, but he's getting great reactions. So funny. Yeah, very happy to see him. I think it's unfortunate that he wasn't back in time, that we couldn't build to the Dogs versus Bang Bang Gang on this show, because that would have been a perfect Forbidden Door matchup.
Yep.
And so I have to assume if we're doing something else with New Japan later this year, which makes sense, Wrestle Dream or something, we're probably going to get that match there, or we're going to get more matches with these guys. But very excited for what this means moving forward. Jay White back in the mix. Put some gold on this guy, man. Get him back in the mix. Get him in all of the talks, man. Get him in a Continental Classic, man. Get my guy back on the big stage where he belongs.
Finally back. Shout out to everyone that was in our chats asking every week when Jay White's going to come back. Here he is in the flesh. Like I said, crowd went crazy. They were excited to see Jay White back. The internet is excited to see Jay White back. I think he represents something really dope. And now the Bang Bang Gang is lit. Colt Gunn's back. The Guns are in full force. They added Ace Austin. Juice is here. Like, the whole gang is here. I love their little when they got together on the ramp and did the little jump and all that. I was like, this is a cool squad, and I like this. We were talking about Jon Moxley earlier. Put Jay White on that list of potential guys to beat him.
I think that'd be a huge win. That would do a lot for him. He needs a big win like that.
Yep.
Beating Jon Moxley would be pretty huge.
I was like, earlier I couldn't think of anybody, but I was like, oh yeah, Jay White's back. That's a great name.
Yeah. Yeah. Cope and the Christian, of course, picked up the win here. Clearly moving them on to the Young Bucks feud at some point. I have to assume that's going to be either the All-In match or the Redemption match. Seems like probably the All-In match. You're probably going to save that big match for All-In.
That has to be that. Pass the torch to the old-ass Young Bucks, and it'll be great. I love it.
Yeah. Very, very happy to see Jay White back, though.
Amazing. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Then we had, what to me, it was close, but this was match of the night for me. Mercedes Moné versus Maya World for women's Owen Hart Cup finals. This was special. Maya has been on a fantastic run in this tournament since she replaced Sari. Picked up an upset win over Sky Blue, and then had a fantastic match against Athena as well. Picked up a big win there as well to move on to the finals. If you know, you know. They've explained it on commentary. They've explained it in video packages on the countdown. Maya used to be one of the crew, man. She used to be one of them shooters on the timeline for Mercedes. She has been a huge Mercedes fan, has made that no secret. She has said in multiple interviews that Mercedes was her inspiration to become a wrestler. This was a dream match. And so capping off this run in Owen with her getting her dream match at Forbidden Door, what a great moment for her. Coming out of the tragedy for her as well with her brother's passing. Just a great few weeks for her, man. This is one of those things where wrestling can be so cool because it can provide moments like this and, give legitimate emotional moments, to wrestling and just to a match. Like, you didn't even have to do much to build the story. Just those two aspects of this, that this has been a dream match for her and she's gone through a lot in her personal life to get here. Like, just what a great way to build to this. And then Mercedes, of course, coming in as the wild card, replacing Willow Nightingale. And since she's been back, man, everything's different, man. Like she's added the jolt that this division needs, the star power that this division needs. The matches have been incredible since she's been back, and this was no different.
Just what she represents, like watching the match on Collision, Maya and Hyan versus Mercedes and Athena, and like you could see it in Hyan and Maya's face when during the entrance of being like, "We're about to wrestle Mercedes." Like you can feel the energy of like, we can't believe we're gonna be in a match with this person. That's what she represents, dog, and like the whole build up, every time you talk to Maya, like you could just feel that energy of like, this is a crazy moment, but even crazier that I'm going to be standing across from Mercedes. Like what? Like I'm here in this business because of Mercedes, and to have
Yeah,
this match is tremendous. And she got there by beating Athena. Phil, like this is like a Cinderella fucking story, man.
it's crazy to think about, but we've watched Mercedes do this twice in her career for a wrestler that came out under her. And Mercedes is not even 40 yet. And she's done this twice now at WrestleMania
Best that ever did
with
it.
Bianca Belair, and then here as well. There were even like homages to the match with Bianca in this match, if you noticed. Um, but just that aspect of her career alone is just kind of mind-boggling. That at this age, she has people that are like Mercedes clones, or like people that started wrestling because of her, watching her and Bailey in NXT, and like
They say they
it,
grew up watching her, and she's not an old person.
yeah, it's yeah, not even mid 30s yet. It's just
No,
wild.
she's a young person, and they're like, I watched you as a kid, and now I'm wrestling you.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think about. But yeah, she came in, felt like a big star coming in. Big Japanese inspired, big shoulders on the jacket. Very much felt like, one of those kind of like big ring jackets we would see from like a wrestler in All Japan or like New
Mm-hmm.
Japan. And then she had like the pink and black, of course, for Owen.
She looks great, brother. I'll tell you what.
She looks fantastic. But then like you said, like high end coming out with Maya, you can tell like what this meant for Maya, and just for them two in general. At one point, they were just extras on Collision, man, and they like
People.
worked to get a spot on this roster, and just man, what a turnaround for Maya. What a star making run this was in this tournament, and then star making performance in this match. She was tremendous. Like the sequence she did with the fall away slams, all the way to
Wow.
throwing Mercedes out of the ring with the final fall away slam.
Fire. I love that spot. I told my on the internet, I love when you do that bridging flip over into the fall away slam spots. Maya, them playing into the story of Maya knows Mercedes. She was one of the crew. She came up watching her, so she knows all of her moves, and she's countering all the things because she already knows Mercedes' moveset. But Mercedes has been cocky throughout the whole thing. Like, I love the story of a few weeks when she came back. She did a live, and they were like, who are three people that you would want to wrestle that you never wrestled before? Maya was one of those people. So like she has set the table before anything to be like, this could be a thing. And coming up to be like, yeah, of course you want to have a match with me. Of course, yes, I am that person. You are lucky and privileged to be in the ring with me. And that was kind of the story of the early match. I thought was great. Until Mercedes was like, well, wait a second. you're kind of doing a lot in here. I might have to tie you down or something here.
Yeah, the opening sequences to this match, like you said, of Maya knowing her offense and being prepared, and Mercedes is kind of looking around like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Hold on.
Maya kicked out of the Moneymaker, which I was like, whoa, what a great falsie. Some of the near falls towards the end of this match was great. The time that they got as well, I think that's worth noting. They got over 20 minutes for this match, and I think that's a lot of what made Mercedes run with AEW excel. She's getting the time, she's getting the chance to not just have great matches, but elevate the other person that she's in there with, and she's done that with so many of her opponents so far. Maya's no different. Maya was struggling because that I don't know what happened with her gear, but
Yeah.
like it looked like some of it like broke or something or it tore. She was like struggling to keep it up, but she was not like, nah, this gear's in the way. I'm trying to put on the best match of my life, and she succeeded.
She totally did it, like fighting through malfunctions and things happening, but like living in the moment of like that spot that you talked about with her throwing her out the ring. She gets her out the ring. She hits a moonsault off the second
Yeah,
rope, like just like really attacking that springboard corkscrew into a cutter she hit at one point. I was like, nah, my homegirl Maya is cooking out here. I watched Maya come up in West Coast Pro, in South San Francisco, in over here in Oakland a couple times. And she really I knew she was it from the Bay Area. She really defined who she was. The crowd last night, Phil,
yeah.
knew the moment. They knew who Maya was. They knew what this represented. And at one point, when Mercedes has her locked up in the statement maker, one of the loudest reactions of the night is the crowd trying to rally Maya to get to the ropes. I was like, this is insane. This is a crazy moment to go from, like Phil said, being an extra to being in this gigantic match with your idol, but the crowd wants you to win.
Wasn't even supposed to be in the tournament.
Not even supposed to be here.
Wasn't even supposed to be in the tournament, and this gets to the point where Mercedes is in the finals with the chance to be a two-time Owen Hart Cup winner, and that crowd wanted Maya to win. And that's a testament to not just what Mercedes does to elevate the other person in there, but her heel work and everything. Like, no, the audience wanted to believe that Maya could win that match. And we've talked about this so
Yep.
many times on this podcast of she is so good because she's good enough to like get in there and show you why she's the best in the world at every turn. But also she does it so effortlessly that you believe that other person has a chance.
Almost every time, Phil. Like she does it. I see why. Back in the day, her and Bailey used to hang out with FTR, and they were a crew. She's a lot like FTR in the way that she works her
Yeah.
matches. The longer her matches are, the more she gets to establish the spots and bits, the better it is. And like that's real FTR coded, and that's what this match felt like. Of like she's still getting her shit off to the whole thing. She's cocky. She's Mercedes. She knows she's the fucking best wrestler there is. But she made Maya look like a superstar in so many
Yeah.
spots. Like she didn't dominate Maya. Like there was moments where Maya was dominating her and Maya was in control of the match and Maya was in all the right spots. And Mercedes knew how to play heel, knew when to stop her, knew when to cut her off, and knew really when to let her build back up to it.
Yeah. Really, really special match. This was match of the night for me. Everything
Phenomenal.
that you want the Owen Hart Cup tournament to be. I think the change of making the Owen the way to get a match at the All In was a stroke of genius
Stakes, man.
because
Stakes.
it added stakes to this tournament, and we saw last year what it did for both of the finals matches at Double or Nothing, and the same thing here. I think both of the Owen Hart Cup finals matches really excelled because of that.
Both of my favorite matches of the night were the two Owen matches, the women's match and the
Yeah,
men's match. Those are just fucking the stakes added. There is history and some backstory in both matches. It just like everything about it was awesome.
yeah, really, really great match. Mercedes ended up winning with the statement maker.
Fire.
Um, Forcing Maya to tap out. The torque that she put on it at the end, I was like, "Oh, it's over." Yeah,
It's done.
we had a good time, but it's over. Yeah, really great stuff. Mercedes immediately strutting straight up the ramp, like, "Oh, y'all thought this was in doubt. It was never in doubt for me."
Never.
Gets up there, takes her belt off of the top of there, like this was always mine anyway. I walked in here with this belt.
I love.
Y'all,
She's like, cool. I'll take that. Yep, that's mine.
yeah, no, I told y'all this was it. This was the last belt I was holding on from. I'm not letting you take this away from me. Um, Two-time Owen Hart Cup winner, the only two-time Owen Hart Cup winner, Mercedes Moné. She did her natty homage at the end. You guys, fantastic every time, hilarious. Um,
She's so good, dude. She's the best that ever did it. She does matches like this. elevates her opponent while at the same time elevating herself to even higher status. And another classic, man. Just like
I
all the elements were in this match. Phil, being in the crowd and feeling that energy for Maya, it was fucking incredible.
the same thing I said earlier when I was talking about Swerve, and I was watching this match at one point, and like we've never seen a black woman do it to this level. Like she's the greatest of all time. Like I don't care what nobody says. Like
That's what ever did it.
she
It's
just
Swerve and Mercedes for me. That's it.
yeah. Like
Slim
I
two.
mean, because it's not just like when I think of like the top black wrestlers in the world, I think it's those two. But then when I just think of like in terms of what everybody's doing, like she's done it like everywhere at this point. Tokyo Dome, WrestleMania, Wembley Stadium, Madison Square Garden, like two-time Owen Hart Cup winner. Like when all is
Reina
said and
Mexico.
done, like it's gonna be hard to like for any woman to top this career. Just like the level she's wrestled at, the stages she's wrestled on, the opponent she's had. Like, nah, man. Like this is like we're witnessing greatness with Mercedes, man. And like this, she was missed, and this is why I was saying you're building up these video packages for Willow, and yeah, I think there's a great story to Willow's comeback and her potentially entering the world title picture in time for All In, but I think it's time. You got to put the belt on Mercedes, man. Like, especially with where you are in the company and you don't have Tony Storm. And you saw the difference in this roster, in the division when Mercedes was not there. And I think that was what was so great about her taking the time off of giving people time to see what this division is when she's not there. And don't get me wrong, Tekla has stepped up. Some other women
Absolutely.
have stepped up, and I would like to see more from them. But when you got Mercedes Moné doing that in this tournament, you got to make her world champion, man. Like the TBS title run, I get it. You didn't want to come in and make her champion straight away. It's time. You can't keep holding this off, man.
Mm-hmm. She's elevating too many people. What championships represent? What top people in the division represents? She's doing that, and I think of the amazing matches she's had, like imagine the world title is attached to it. Like if that was a world title match last night, imagine how crazy. You know what I mean? Like she just brings that kind of energy and that variety to a card that's needed in the women's division. So it's like it's time, man. Like we talk about, Tekla has earned it, killed it, destroyed it. But Mercedes is on a generational run. Like she's doing something that like we're gonna look back in history and be like, what the fuck was she doing? Like it's something different.
Yeah, it's time. You gotta put the world title on her. I think. Like there's no reason why you wouldn't at All In. I just don't why, and that's why if Willow comes back and wins it before All In, I think that's going to be a strong match for All In. But
yes,
I think Mercedes should beat her. I don't know.
Yes. I mean, if the story is that Willow has Mercedes' number, then we have to change that, right?
I don't like the idea of her first white world title win happening that way, though. If this is the way you get to Willow winning the belt, and then she just immediately loses it to Mercedes, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But again, it feels like it's Mercedes' time.
Because I'm not like hot potato of the belt. I usually don't stand behind that, but I think in this instance, it's gonna feel for both of them. Like if this is the big win for Willow, and then it's immediately curbed in a month by Mercedes, like what is that doing for either one of them? I feel.
Yeah. I did watch some of the Scrum Mac. I wasn't entirely paying attention. Mercedes calling the people in the scrum dumb and telling them they were asking stupid questions was very, very funny. And then at the end, Tony stands up and claps and it's like, yeah, Mercedes, everyone. It kind of reminded me of Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, where this one, thank you.
Oh man, yes, it's hella funny, dog.
Yeah, very very funny stuff. Tony was very funny in the scrum last night. If you haven't watched it, by the way.
Hmm. Hmm. He usually is.
Yeah, the whatever he called it, the solo tone zone when he starts answering the questions by himself. Yeah.
The solo tone zone.
uh, but yeah, I very interested to see how they're gonna pull this build to All In together because it kind of feels like at this rate, Willow was supposed to win this tournament, and Mercedes was probably going to be uh the champion going in All In, which I think was probably the better build.
Hmm.
Because you wouldn't have had to run into the same storyline of like how do you get Willow there as champion. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe Willow is not going to be champion, but it sure seems like they're doing a lot to put on these video packages. And again, I don't think the match is going to be Tekla versus Mercedes. I don't buy that this is going to be a heel versus heel match.
No, I can't. I don't. I don't. Wouldn't think they would do a Hill versus Hill match. So
Yeah. We got that report as well that Tony Storm was potentially going to win the Owen this year. And I mean, that would have been an interesting story because Tony has never won the Owen, and 2 years in a row, the Owen winner won and came gunning for her. So that would have been a different dynamic. And then obviously, you could have ran Tony versus Mercedes again at All In.
hmm.
I still think the destination in either of those stories was Mercedes winning.
Yep. Because then it would have been like, oh, Mercedes lost to Tony last year. She should win this year if that was the story. So it's like
Yeah.
all roads were leading to Mercedes.
Yeah. Yeah, Hazuki last night was saying that she wants a rematch against Mercedes, and Mercedes was very funny last night on Twitter. If you were not paying attention to her account, she was adding people, adding Dave Meltzer, adding
Meltzer.
everybody, and she's just like, "Oh, Tony said you can come back. I didn't say you could come back. As the CEO of this company, I'm saying that your invite is not welcome. You're not welcome back here."
She's funny, dude. But come back, yeah. Do that rematch though.
Yeah, yeah, definitely want that rematch. Definitely want Sari to come back and get a match.
Hmm.
Because what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but that's another reason why I think this is you got to put the belt on her. Because
There's too many matches.
there's too many matches, man. And again, we've done the TBS title run. We've done this dance that AEW does when they don't want to make people mad by making someone champion right away. We did it. We got to get to it at this point.
Right.
And that's kind of why we're in the spot we are with Osprey as well.
Hmm.
Because we did the dance of not trying to just give somebody a world title run because you're worried about perception. Like, as a company, I think AEW's got to move away from that, to be honest.
Absolutely.
That's what stopped us from getting a Cody world title reign. That's what stopped us from getting certain matches with Cody that we're possibly not going to get now. Like, just get to it.
And I still always think like the first world champion should have been Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega was the hottest fucking wrestler in the world, but they were like, we can't because he's an executive. But it's like, he's the hottest fucking wrestler in the world, you guys.
Yeah, if it wasn't Kenny, like, dude, the hottest baby face in the company that first year was Cody Rhodes.
Right.
Like, undeniably.
But they're like, oh, they're on the team, so we can't. But like,
we don't want people
can't.
we don't want people to think he's being Jeff Jarrett or something. It's like,
Yeah.
dog, just put the belt on him, man.
The
Like,
Bucks too. They're doing the same thing with the Bucks of being like, we don't want to act. No, act like it. You guys are those guys.
We've done it too many times. That's why I'm like, it's time. I think at this point, Mercedes has been here long enough. Put the world title on her. It's time.
Put the title on a nigga.
Yeah, we got
Oh man.
well, it's officially called Death's Door on Wikipedia, so maybe
Okay.
that's official now. Death's Door, the Death's Door match, which was the big circular steel cage. I was surprised by this when they were doing the buy-in and they were doing all of the previews for the show. I was like, oh, this is actually cool. It looks like a great mix between like the octagon and a
Hmm.
wrestling steel cage. I thought it looked visually impressive, and we've seen so many steel cages, big structures in wrestling. So we've kind of seen it all at this point. But I thought this really looked good. I thought this looked unique to AEW's product.
Yeah, when I got into the arena, I was with the homie, and I was like, "Oh, cool cage!" I didn't know that because I hadn't seen anything on the internet, and I didn't know anything. I was like, I didn't know that they were gonna have this really cool kind of structure, and I got to hear a little bit about the development and how everything went, and I was like, "Damn, this is dope!" And I feel like for what that match was and how it was worked, it was kind of perfect, better than the regular cage that they used.
Yeah, and I wasn't, the biggest fan of this build for this match going
Uh,
into this show. I wasn't the biggest fan of like some of the stuff we did with this match, but I did think the match overachieved.
it
Uh,
did.
Team Briscoe versus Team, DCMF, which they had came out with their matching shirts, which is came into play as well, which was very funny. Um, Team Briscoe came out with their matching backpacks. Mark Briscoe trying to reignite the backpacker movement. It's very funny.
Not mad at it at all. I was down. I was real down.
Yeah. But yeah, there was a lot that could have easily not worked in this match.
Yeah. I
And
going into it like the build up, like you were saying, I was like, we're trying to get to MJF and Mark Briscoe. Like, are we even? And the match made me not care about any of that. It was just a fun ass match of people doing all kind of crazy shit.
yeah, I think it was a great, fun variety match.
Hmm.
This was another one of those what AEW does best with this style of wrestling,
Yep.
real indie wrestling sensibilities done in their way, like that kind of style of comedy that we knew coming into this company worked really well here. The Orange Cassidy stuff in this match was very funny. Um, the gag of them all having the backpacks and trying to figure out what's in the backpacks could have easily not worked.
Hmm.
But it ended up working out in the long run. If you didn't take this match seriously,
That's kind of how I went into it. It was just like, oh, they're just doing a bunch of crazy shit. They're trying to get like the extra violence. There's tables and there's thumbtacks and there's ladders and all these things. It's kind of the big plunder match, and I was not mad at that.
I thought that this worked better, funny enough, than the Stadium Stampede match last pay per view. I enjoyed this match much better than that match.
I did too. That's funny.
And I didn't hate the Stadium Stampede match. I just think for what this was and what I've grown to like about the Anarchy in the Arena matches and those style of matches for AEW, I feel like this was more in vain with that.
And it's a little bit more close knit. There wasn't like you
Yeah.
got to see like Okada and Takeshita go at it, and Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher, and like the feuds that are bubbling up and that we want to see more of. They really enhanced it with a lot of this action. Kyle Fletcher's on fire. It's great to see him back, going 1,000 miles per hour. Some of his strikes, I'm like, you're killing guys out there, my brother.
Yeah, man. The the snap he puts on that big thrust kick he does.
I'm saying,
It's every time he does it, I'm like, yo, relax. Like every time, bro.
hold on, Jid. He's putting his foot right in people's mouths too. I'm like, dog, hold on.
Yeah, every time I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to kick him for real, Kyle. Like, chill out.
Yeah, you're not supposed to kick him for real. I know for a fact you're not supposed to kick him for real.
So yeah, it was great to see him back in the mix. Man, Jake Doyle, man, like this was a guy, Jake something that I had said for the longest when he was in TNA. Why isn't somebody signing this guy? Why isn't he on a big stage? He's tremendous. He
What
looks
is
like
up,
$1,000,000, and I thought he was one of the highlights of this match. Him
dog?
throwing people around in there, he really stood out.
Dude, he is badass. He's big. He wrestles like he's big, and he's fast as fuck. Like, there's a couple of Mike Awesome reincarnated guys,
Yeah.
and I think Jake Doyle represents that. Like him in the ring with Darby just tossing him all over the place is amazing.
Yeah, he was great. Darby continues to stand out in a great way. Every time he's in
Oh,
there, he finds a way to do something that looks unique. He'll always find a way to take a bump different than anybody else and make it look crazier. That bump that he took on those thumbtacks, I was like, Darby, you have got to chill out, dog. Like, and man, this is also,
we gotta relax.
credit to MJF as well, because MJF doing his like big comedic like flailing around because he doesn't want to fall in the thumbtacks, and he gets out of the way just in time and flings Darby into it. Darby lands face first in the tacks, which
And his head slams, dude. Slams into the thumbtacks. It's nasty. His face is like we've seen Darby take some nasty, gnarly ass bumps, Phil. This one he was like, ouch. This one hurt for reals. Like you could see it in his face.
Yeah, that looked crazy.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah. But man, Darby, man, it just the year Darby has had, and
He's awesome.
if you would have asked me at the beginning of this year, like, would this world title run, a month-long world title run, do what it was supposed to do for him? And I think he came out the other side feeling like a bigger star, feeling like one of the guys for this company, like one of the most consistent wrestlers for this company as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think he came out the other side much, much better. He absolutely benefited from his time as world champion, and he felt like one of the biggest stars in this match because of that.
Yeah, the crowd, he was already certified in AEW, but being world champion sent him into a different stratosphere. Like when his entrance music hit, Phil, you could just feel like he's different than all these other guys. Like, oh no, this is like a true, legit top star around here. People want the best for him, and he's insane. He did a couple of insane things in here. That back body drop. He killed the homie Jet for some reason. Jet's still dead. He exploded on top of this cage and fell through a bunch of tables.
Dude, when that happened, I was like, it happened so fast because I was like, wait, what just happened? Like, I saw the pyro go off, and then he was just flying through the table like seconds later. I was like, wait, what just happened? Like, they had to replay it because I was like, what?
I watched it in real time with my eyes and still didn't understand what happened. I was like, wait, hold on. Where's Jet? He's dead.
Yeah. Love the new ring gear that Jet is rocking. I think he looked great in this match as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, congratulations are also in order. Congratulations to Darby. Got married the day before Forbidden Door. Still showed up to do some crazy spots in this cage match.
The video of Darby's mom slamming him into thumbtacks the day before he got slammed into thumbtacks again. I'm like, this is a madman.
Yeah.
A crazy person.
But like I said, the dynamic of them all coming down with the backpacks, and Kyle O'Reilly has a Nintendo in his that played into Orange Cassidy had some orange slices in his from Willow. It had the note on it from Willow, and they enjoyed some orange slices before they poured citric acid in Kyle O'Reilly's eyes. Sorry, not Kyle O'Reilly, Kyle Fletcher's eyes. Mm-hmm. Of course, the funniest bag reveal of all of this was the bag that had Leo Rush in it. Team MJF thinks they're going to get one up on Team Briscoe by, look, open that bag. That bag has the big weapon in it. And Okada goes and opens it, and Leo Rush is in it. And Okada's facial expressions during this were perfect. He's looking around very confused, like, what's going on? And Leo's like, yeah, up there. And he's looking around like, what's up there? What do you mean? And Leo gets in there. It's basically like they let like a stray cat in the house, and it's like running around tearing things up.
Everybody's like, oh, it's my turn to catch the cat.
And he's like running around in there, tearing things up. He's running around in there, getting his unique offense in, bouncing off the ropes, bouncing off the walls in his cage. Very, very funny stuff. Their reactions to him, all of the members of MJF's reactions to him were hilarious. this could have, again, another thing in this match that could have easily fell on its face and not worked. But the Leo stuff is so over that it worked. And again, where this is one and another, this Leo he had a cameo in the Stadium Stampede match and it's funny. This was even better. This was even funnier.
And in the crowd, Phil, we loved it.
Yeah.
Soon as he copped out of that bag and we knew what was going on, we were going crazy. People like this Leo Rush shit. He's weird, but he's still, as you saw in the match, still Leo Rush. So it's awesome on top of that. So like he's doing the bits, there's black shit coming out of his mouth, but then he is evading and hitting the stunner and doing all these crazy things and still being the elusive Leo Rush that we love. So it's just enhanced.
Yeah. Some people were complaining about the crowd sometimes throughout the match, but I thought the loudest parts of the show that came across some of the best was when Leo popped up and we got the big "It's Fine" chant and the Leo chant. Man, so happy for Leo that he got this over.
He's
man.
so cool,
like,
man.
So well cool deserved. For him. A great moment for him. Eventually, Team MJF puts him back in the bag, which was hilarious in itself. MJF's like, just get him back in the bag. Roll him in the bag. Get him in the bag. They're all zipping him in the bag, hitting him and stuff while they're zipping him up in the bag, trying to put chains on it and push it under the mat. Very, very funny stuff, man.
Amazing work from Leo Rush. Getting a big pop and cameo like that in a match with a bunch of heavy hitters was awesome. Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita were trying to kill each other. That Blue Thunder bomb from the apron was... I thought Kyle Fletcher was dead, Phil. Like, he barely landed on the table.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the things that worked really well about this is it was a culmination of so many other small storylines happening at the same time. So you did get some of the bits with Max and Mark Briscoe. You got some of the stuff with the Don Callis guys. You got the Andrade turn. It didn't feel like this was just a match where nothing happened. It was an eventful match that, paid off a bunch of storylines that are happening on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tremendous work, I thought, from everybody kind of telling that story. So this is kind of where I had the problem with the build and what this match was leading to, because the hottest part of this match was Andrade, and he's not the number one contender. I'm like, wait, the story of this match is Andrade and MJF, though, but we're trying to tell the MJF and Mark Briscoe story. So I was a bit confused, Phil.
Yeah. Yeah. I was happy with the result of it, but yeah, I can't say that I'm that excited for a Mark Briscoe title defense coming out of this match. It kind of feels like a formality at this point.
Yeah, they announced it for Dynamite,
and it shouldn't be that way. If you're using this big pay-per-view match to get us there, like
that's all I'm saying. Wait, we built this big pay-per-view match to get to a Dynamite match. That's
a match that a lot of people aren't that excited for, and I mean, if we're being honest, we know Mark's not going to win.
Come on,
So, yeah,
and there was when Darby had most of his title matches on TV, but a lot of them I felt like he could lose, and I don't feel like that at all for Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, but I did think the Don Callis family stuff was good. The stuff between Kyle and Takeshita at one point was fun. Okada being in the mix, Okada catching some strays, Okada catching that kick to the face. The double German that Takeshita pulled off on both of those guys looked clean. Yeah, the sequence between those three guys was really great. One of the highlights of this match.
Takeshita's bag reveal too.
Yes, Takeshita digging down in the bag like I can't find it. What's in here? It's there it is. Yeah, great stuff.
Pissed Okada off so badly he wanted to kill that man after he pulled that out.
Yeah, great stuff. But yeah, the Andrade turn was fantastic. Very well executed. Andrade throughout this match and really throughout this build being like, I don't fuck with this Max guy. And if you are in business with this guy, I'm good. And they've been slowly planting the seeds that Andrade is not happy with Don for a while.
Right.
And so to get in this match, he's doing his part in the match with everybody. He's got his He's got his team shirt on like everybody else. He's gonna go put on his family reunion shirt like everybody else, but he don't want to be there. Um, and he's got his whole button up shirt under it. He's got almost like a whole suit on
He
under
does.
this shirt.
Mhm.
And at one point, MJF is standing tall. He's looking around like, yeah, I did all of this, and Andrade's looking around like, no. He's trying to get his moment in the middle of the ring, raising his arms, and Max keeps jumping in front of him, and he's like, man, what's up with this dude? Get this guy out of here. I'm the
Mhm.
guy. I'm the real Latino man. I'm the star of this group. I should be getting a title shot. Why are we focused on this guy? Why are we even in business with this guy? I don't like anything about this. That leads to Andrade hoofing Jake Doyle in the balls, kicked him very hard. I was like, oh my
Real
God.
hard. Got him good.
Kicked him very hard.
Mhm.
He gets the reveal, turns on the Don Callis family, rips his shirt off, unbuttons his shirt to reveal that he has a shirt on that says fuck Don, fuck MJF, which was probably the longest and hardest I've laughed at anything in quite some time. Andrade may legitimately be one of the funniest men on this roster.
Hilarious.
Because the idea that he came into this match with this shirt on the entire time, waiting for the moment to reveal this shirt, was very funny to me. And
Mhm.
just the way he did it, and he's taking all of this so seriously, and it's so funny to me, man.
The way he
Everything
rips
about
off
it
the
was.
button, the way he rips off the button up off top, and he just like he's so happy that he revealed it. I'm like, Andrade's the funniest motherfucker that's here.
And the whole time, the crowd's like, "Don't you hate pants too? Take off your pants."
The crowd cared more about the pants than they did the reveal. They was like, cool, we like that shirt, but what about them pants though?
Yeah, this was very, very funny. What a guy, Andrade, man.
Incredible.
Great reveal. And man, if it hasn't been clear since he's come back, the reactions this guy's been getting, he's been having tremendous matches all year. This
So
character
good.
he's doing with the women and the crowds and stuff, it's getting over like Rover. This guy should be a babyface. This was the right call. Turning him on the Don Callis family. He don't belong in that group no more, and he shouldn't be a heel no more. This was the right
Nope.
call.
Yep, he should. It's been the writing's been on the wall for him and the Don Callis family. Like I understand what they were initially trying to do, but he don't need nobody to talk for him. He don't need nobody to
No.
stand next to him. This guy's a huge star, and the fans love him, and they want to see him have a big moment.
Yeah, really, really great stuff. Looking forward to whatever they do with Andrade moving forward. I have to assume he's going to get a title shot against MJF soon.
Yeah,
Um, it's got to happen before Redemption, I assume. I just keep going back to earlier in this year when they did Andrade versus Hangman, and Hangman won that match. I still think Andrade should just won that match. They should have just did Andrade versus MJF earlier in the year.
yep.
Um, but I digress. That match has to happen at some point now. That was the big moment of this match. Uh, Team Briscoe wins. Mark Briscoe is going to challenge MJF on this week's episode of Dynamite. The great thing about that now is after everything that happened with Darby, we're supposed to believe as an audience that anything can happen because if you didn't believe Darby can win, Darby went on to win and had a month-long title reign. I don't think that
Mhm.
Mark's going to win, though.
Not the same. They're like, oh, they're catching MJF off guard. It's just like what happened with Darby. I'm like, but it's not about to be just like what happened with Darby though on Wednesday. So
Yeah. And I mean, I get the story they're building that, of course, like coming out of this big dangerous cage match and
he's banged up.
you're trying to catch him banged up a few days
Mhm.
later. I still think Mark is going to lose, though.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah,
Yeah.
great win. I thought the end with Andrade doing the turn and then Mark getting the victory, everybody celebrating. Really fun match, man. Like I like
Yes.
this match a lot.
Yeah. A lot more than I expected to.
Yes.
Really like this match. Kudos to them. Kudos to Max with the heel work he did going into this match. Some of the stuff he did in this match was also great.
Max is incredible.
The stuff with him in the tax, him getting the big push broom and sweeping the tax out of the ring was very funny. His reactions to the Andrade stuff, even the stuff with him and Leo, where Leo's like, "Yeah, the ring, give me the ring," and he's just like, "Ring," and very funny stuff.
I love how everybody's afraid of Leo, including the conglomeration, which he was helping them. They're still like, oh, we don't know about this guy though. He's nuts.
Yeah, bringing him in as their secret weapon was very funny, and they're all just kind of like, "Yeah, we're all creeped out by this guy as well, but we're hoping that you're just as creeped out."
We are. He's weird for sure, but he's helping us, so we're good.
Yeah, yeah, great stuff. Main event: Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland in the men's Owen Hart Cup Finals. This was another one of those matches. I feel like there were at least 4 matches on this show where, on any other night, this is the greatest match I've ever seen. But there
Yeah.
was so much great wrestling on this show that it kind of felt like overload. Like this was jammed packed with great matches from start to finish. And I think the only thing that hurt this match, in my opinion, was that it was a little late in the night, because I think if this match went on earlier, the response to it would have been better. But
Yeah.
this was a long show. The crowd was tired. I was tired at home because it was late at night. But this was excellent, man. I mean, these two guys. I mean, from the entrances on, like the video package they aired with Mox doing the narration for Will Ospreay, and Ospreay comes in. He's got the Bane mask on. I think there's a great bit of lore there. Of course, Bane in the Dark Knight trilogy was a part of the League of Shadows, and the idea of Will Ospreay having to join the Death Riders or get tutelage from the Death Riders and like delve into his darker side to come out of the other side. Yeah, I like that. I like the entrance. I like the mask reveal. Swerve's entrance with the Lobo cosplay was great with the motorcycle. It was very funny. You could tell with a lot of these production things in wrestling, and if you've seen enough of them, it's like, all right, well, you only pull the motorcycle up this far. Don't actually try to drive the motorcycle. Just rev it up. Um,
Just rev it up.
yeah, but he looks great. Big chopping on a big cigar with the hook and everything. I thought that was awesome. Having a tie-in to the Supergirl movie as well with some corporate synergy was awesome.
So he wasn't doing African American badass. I just want to be sure that
No.
wasn't Black Undertaker cosplay.
No, it was definitely a Lobo cosplay. And of course, Swerve was a part of like some of the ad campaign for the Supergirl stuff with AEW as well, so it made sense.
Yeah, I thought it was they both looked great. This was my match of the night. I think that what's like a 40-year-old's way to say aura farming or whatever the kids say, because that's what this match felt like. It was like, this is 2 fucking top guys at the top of their game that like you're gonna have to kill them to stop this. And just like their stare downs and throughout the match, you could see both of their minds working of like Swerve is like, I don't really want to do this to this young boy, but I have to. Like, he's not getting it. He hasn't been understanding what I've been trying to tell him. And I want to be world champion, so I'm going to have to kill him. And Ospreay's thing of being like, I love this guy. That's my brother. But I've learned so much with the Death Riders and what they taught me. And like, I might have to go to that dark place to do that. Really fun story. Like, even before they really kind of got into the match, you know?
Yeah, I thought the storytelling in this match and the build to this match is what really made it stand out. I mean, of course, they're doing incredible stuff in this match, but I think the storytelling in the match made it that much better. Because this is a Forbidden Door rematch, and the last time we were here, Swerve was AEW World Champion, and Ospreay was trying to get over the hump and become, a 2 belts champion. And that time around, Swerve is like, you're not ready to do what it takes to stand up where I am. You're not ready to do what it takes to hold this belt. I did terrible things to do this belt, to win this belt. And I do terrible things again to keep this belt. You're not ready to do that yet. And that was proven true in that match. That was proven true later on throughout Ospreay's time with AEW, and that played into the Owen Hart Cup Finals last year with Hangman,
Mm-hmm.
and how much it meant to Hangman to get back to the top of the mountain, and how everybody realized afterwards, no, he has to be the guy. Hangman has to be the guy that defeats Jon Moxley.
There was a couple of Hangman tributes in this too,
Yeah.
Phil. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I thought that again, the storytelling aspect here was really, really great. The way the match started, that sequence at the beginning where they're just going back and forth and trading moves was just like, again,
Wow.
when this was happening, I was like, there's nobody else in the world that can do this. Like, for Swerve to go from a guy that at one point was lean, cruiserweight style wrestler to be able to put on weight and become a heavyweight and still move like that in there
He
with
still moves the
Osprey.
same.
We've never seen that before. Osprey's a guy that was one of the best junior heavyweights in the world at one point, moved up to heavyweight in New Japan, wrestled with some of the greats in there, Okada, you name it, and comes over to America, has a neck surgery, and can still do that.
I I am blown away by the work that Osprey does off that neck injury and off of that, and Swerve off of adding 50 pounds a month. I don't know how much he added onto this, but like the transitions that both of these guys should not be working that the way that they work
Bro.
at this point in their careers, and they are.
Yeah, just how smooth some of those sequences were at the beginning, just how quick they were, just how in sync. Like, Grapsody lore at this point, before there was ever a Forbidden Door match, I got on here every week and I was like, hey man, Swerve is over here now. Let's get this match. Because this is the match. Hey, he ain't in WW no more. This is the match. This is the match I'm begging you for. I've seen them wrestle in other places, Dub X Dub, wherever else, all these little indie matches they had. I'm ready to see what they could do at this level. At Forbidden Door, I was very pleased. Got to see that match on my birthday in New York City. And I was like, yeah, I'm pleased. I'm content. This was somehow even better. Like, like it boggles my mind. They took that match that was just like, hey, how can we one up each other? Start this match by trying to one up each other, and then it's like, wait a minute, I'm not here to one up you. I'm here to win. And in order to win, I gotta kill you. And if I gotta kill you, you're my brother. But I'm gonna get you up out of here because I want to be champion.
Yeah, I love them starting off. It was style points to start it of like we're flexing on each other. I could do this. I'll flip over here. I'll do this. But then when Osprey got when the blood hit, and it was like, oh no, this is real. Swerve is looks like a murder scene. They're outside. They're brawling. When it broke down to like we're done with the style points. Now I just kind of want to bust your fucking head open. That's when the match really got intense.
Yeah, you could see the match changed when Osprey took that nasty bump and he started bleeding. When blood was brought into the match, everything changed.
Yeah.
Osprey's desperation in this match changed. He got progressively more and more violent. And I was looking when it happened. I was like, where have I seen this before? This is the calling card of Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley in a match, I've seen him do it more than once. Once blood is spilled, he turns into a different guy.
Yep.
He's done it in multiple title defenses. He's done it multiple times throughout his time with AEW. Not just when blood is spilled. When I see an injury, oh, it's up. And that is exactly what Osprey did in this match. He completely changed once blood was spilled in this match. At this point, nah, I got to get you up out of here. The jockey ain't trying to get the moves in on the commentary desk, and Osprey tries to hit him with the Styles Clash. And Osprey is a guy that manages to pull off moves and make them look perfect in a time where the GIFs are such a big part of like wrestling. Yeah. And so much to the point that it has like kind of harmed wrestling discourse. I don't want to go on a tangent on this, but like he's a guy in this era where he's basically a video game wrestler where he does these spots so clean that he is the perfect guy for this era of putting GIFs on on social media and going, look how insane this looks. This
Mm-hmm.
guy puts a lot into how moves look. And in trying to get that Styles Clash in on that table, he didn't care how it looked. I want to hurt you. I don't
Yeah.
care how it looks. I don't care if this don't look good. I don't care if I don't land it right. I'm trying to land you face first on this table so I can hurt you.
And AEW tables, their announced tables, they're not for spots. Every time they do a spot on there, I'm like, they never break, they hurt, they're hard, they don't collapse. I was thinking that the last when Cope and Christian wrestled FTR and they tried to pile drive Cope to the table, I'm like, those tables don't break. So when they're setting up on the ring steps, Ospreay's jockeying for that position to try to lock in Swerve's arms. I'm like, if he slams them on it, it's going to hurt because these tables don't break. And that's exactly what happened. It looked just like it thudded. It wasn't like a good time for Swerve. Probably wasn't a good time for Ospreay either because these tables are fucking hard. Yeah, it just looks like it when it turned to a struggle, Phil, that's when like it really started to lock into that personal, these guys are trying to kill each other match.
Yeah. Then yeah, again, one of the great things about this coming in, they're back and forth a week ago where Swerve told him, "Oh, you have changed." I knew it in this match when Swerve is trying to get up. He's on his knees and he keeps coming around, walking around in a circle, walking this guy down, hitting him
Mm-hmm.
with those hook kicks, and just pelting this guy. I was like, "Oh yeah, he's changed. He's not the same guy that would have waited or tried to like get in." Like this is the guy in this match at one point. He did that Robinson special that he does out of the corner, which looks fantastic. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this is a guy that would have went for the style points at one point, and throughout this thing, he, like I said, is circling this guy, just like pelting him with these hook kicks. Comes in, hits him in his neck with this like short-handed hidden blade that looked crazy. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's really trying to hurt this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah. No, it's real.
and so when this is happening, I was like, oh, I see where this is going. You don't want to do it, but I know it's coming. Just pull out the Tiger Driver. That's the only way you're winning this match, Osprey. And
Got to.
again, that's why the storytelling is so good because the last time we saw him do a Tiger Driver, we saw the immediate regret of what it did to Bryan Danielson and how what that did, what Bryan went on to do, going on to Wembley and main eventing with Swerve, winning the AEW World Championship. And it hindered Osprey in a way because it's like, oh, I don't want to be great if that's what I got to do to be great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to shorten somebody's career, especially somebody that idolized in Bryan Danielson. I don't want to use that move, even though I did that stuff in a feud with Kenny, but it was different. It got the animosity between me and Kenny is different, which again, still great storytelling. Which I'll get back. Put attack in that for now. But like, yeah, no, he's very much like, nah, man, I don't want to have to use that move and I don't want to have to sink to that level because I saw what that did to Brian.
Right.
And Swerve is my brother. I don't want to really hurt him. And the longer this match went on, I was like, you know what you got to do. I don't know why you keep fighting it. You know what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And man, the near falls towards the end of this, like I said, because these guys are pulling out all of the stops.
They traded one count kickouts at one point.
Yeah, the big moves they pulled out. Swerve at one point pulled out the big pressure. I thought that was the end of the match. No. Um,
Cop killer.
Cop
No.
killer. No. Um, when Osprey got on the apron, I thought, oh, we've seen him do a Styles Clash. He's gonna do a phenomenal forearm. He does this like buckshot hidden blade that we've never seen before, and I was like, that was crazy.
And he hit it too. Like the way
Yeah.
that he flung in, I'm like, oh, I see.
Yeah. Swerve at one point pulls out a dead eye. There were a few homages to Hangman in this match, which of course also played into their back and forth in the segment where Swerve's like, hey, where's Hangman? We did all of this for Hangman. You told me this was all for Hangman. Where is he?
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be worth it, right? Because Hangman was going to change this company for the better.
Where you at?
Where you at? I'm still not in. I'm in not a better place personally. And look where we are. Max is champion. It's another selfish guy at the head of this company. I thought we did all of this to change this company for the better. Look like. And meanwhile, you're hanging out with the guys that we were supposed to be getting rid of. So yeah, I thought that aspect of the storytelling was great, but yeah, at every turn, it kind of felt like Osprey had changed, and I don't think Swerve was ready in this match for how much this guy has changed, because he came into this match like, I'm ready to do whatever needs to be done to win this match, but I didn't think Osprey was going to take it to this length. I also love, because Swerve has been doing this loner thing in this company full of factions now, and he's been kind of like, nah, this is my story. I tried to help people out. I tried to team up with you guys to get the Death Riders out of here, and look what that did for me. Nah, I'm a lone wolf, which also plays into him being Lobo at the start of this match and doing, again, great storytelling. But then the ending of this, the Death Riders coming down. Now, I'm sure this is going to be unpopular, because some people are not going to like the Death Riders.
This was the one thing that I hated in the whole night. I was thinking, get these guys the fuck out of here. They don't need to be here right now. That was my number one. That was it. I didn't like it.
I liked it because it paid off all of the stuff with the Death Riders and Osprey, and the Death Riders training Osprey and building him up, them circling the ring and not getting involved, but saying like, nah, don't forget how you got here.
We helped
we helped you get here, but also it's making a point of like, nah, like, we're not gonna help you. We're just helping. We just trained you to get to the point where you know what you got to do. Use the Death Jitsu to finish this match. It felt like Cobra Kai almost. Like, it felt like all of the Cobra Kai guys around the ring. Like, finish him. Like, what are you waiting on? Sweep the leg. Like,
right.
So
kill me.
Yeah, I think it was hokey, but I did like it. So this leads into the final stretch of them hitting all of the finish you can hit.
They started crazy at the end, Phil. Spamming finishers, as they say.
Yeah, throwing everything but the kitchen sink. And that's when I was like, again, you know what you got to do. And so when he finally lifts him up and it looks like he's going to hit it and he tries to go for the Stormbreaker, Swerve kicks out a Stormbreaker, and I just, again, sitting there at my TV like, dog, you know you got to pull out this Tiger Driver. Finally does it. Tiger Driver. Will Ospreay wins. Ospreay is this year's Owen Hart Cup winner. He is heading to Wembley Stadium
again
to achieve his boyhood dream. This was tremendous. I thought this was a great way to end the night. But, like, again, all of the storytelling elements, all the lore between Hangman and these two guys. Hangman loomed very heavily over this match, and I thought that it added so much, especially after last year's finals. I thought it was a great touch that last year, even after everything Hangman had been through to start his redemption arc and get through the Owen to win, he knew what it meant to lose, and he knew where he was as somebody that lost and how he needed to turn around and also give Ospreay his moment and tell him it's okay, you'll get back. And Ospreay paid it forward. He did the same thing for Swerve in this match. Whatever he whispered in his ear after the match, it's like, don't worry, you'll be back there. All of that stuff was so good.
Yeah, tremendous match. Swerve's blood was disgusting for a lot of it. I think that's when he was like, oh shit, nah, this motherfucker Ospreay, he's on some shit right now. He's trying to kill me in here. I gotta get him off of me. The part I like about the Death Rider stuff is Ospreay being able to be like, I was right, because everybody keeps questioning him. Why are you with the Death Rider? What's going on? Every time somebody talks to him, they're like, what the fuck's going on? I like for him to be like, look, like, the proof is in the pudding here. Like, I got down with them. They gave me that killer instinct, and now I'm on my way to becoming AEW World Champion. I think that's a really good kind of element on it.
And of course, there'll be consequences to that because I immediately thought when this was happening and the Death Riders lifted him up on their shoulders, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Callum ain't gonna like that.
No, of course not. Mm-mm.
What's up? You a Death Rider now?
Mm-hmm.
Like when Callum was getting his moment in Japan and you were over there. Wait, what's going on? I thought you were over here with me. You over there being mixy now? You a Death Rider? What's going on?
They're lifting you up on their shoulders. Y'all having shoulder times?
Callum Newman and United Empire is not going to be happy with that.
No.
That's definitely going to play into some stuff later on. But one of the best touches of the Death Riders being out there is they're all giving it up to him. Arena, all of these guys have come to like Ospreay, including John Moxley. He's come to respect him. And the last guy that walked away and gave him that slow clap was Pac. The only guy in this group that has been side-eyeing this guy the whole time. Like, I don't like this guy. He even earned Pac's respect. I was like, oh, this is great.
Mm-hmm. He liked him. It worked out. Yeah, tremendous way to end the show. Like you said, Phil, it was a long fucking show. But like when you got two of the best wrestlers in the world going bar for bar, move for move, and trying to kill the other person while telling a crazy story and hitting some of the wildest moves you ever seen, like the crowd's gonna be into it, and we were into it at the end. Right winner, right match, right story was told. Like just a great way to end the show.
Yeah, I got to give it to this company because at one point they were trying to sell us on the Continental Classic being their version of the G1, and they've set a high bar for themselves with the last two Owen Hart Cup because this has become like their premier tournament and the way to get a match at the biggest show of the year. And so far, like the last two Owen Hart Cup winners, it's been pretty big for them. This has kind of turned into their premier tournament.
Yep, and the matches too. Like last year's main event was one of the best matches of the year, and this main event was one of the best matches of the year.
Yeah, they're high bar going for it, but I guess it's a good problem to have. This is kind of like their New Japan Cup, and the Continental Classic is their G1. Yeah, really, really great way to end the night. Really great show.
Loved it.
A lot of the criticism coming into the show, I thought this show really delivered, coming after an all-timer in Double or Nothing as well.
Like even the tag match that I was okay about still was a good match. There was nothing on here that was bad. Like everything hit. Like it was just like a great ass flowing show with a phenomenal fucking 5-star matches and then some other just really good matches. Just like a great show.
Yeah. I guess the same we talked about the Mercedes match. I don't think that Max will be the champion by All In, based on all of the story stuff we've been doing so far. The backstage stuff they've been doing with Kenny and Ospreay kind of tells me that that's probably going to be the match at All In, based on the fact that Redemption is taking place in Canada as well. Certainly feels like this is going to be the match. The reason I said put Attack in this because, of course, our introduction to Ospreay, if you're an AEW fan, is the Kenny Omega feud.
Yep.
And that was also the introduction of him using the Tiger Driver as a finisher and what that did in that feud and just how he was a different guy in that rivalry and kind of how he's had to work to kind of get that side to him back to get to the world title. And I really like that story. So it feels like the guy that he's seeing at the top should be Kenny Omega.
Right. Yeah. Because that's what's the story they've been telling, those backstage things that they've been doing after all the pay-per-views. Like, essentially, he was brought in to the company as the next Kenny Omega. So, like, the crowning moment should be off the backs of Kenny Omega.
Absolutely. Yeah, just the parallels between their careers and everything. It feels like it should be Kenny Omega.
And like the match again, they've already had some fire ones, but like a big show, Ospreay's crowning moment, world title on the line. Like, come on, those are crazy stakes.
And you also have that parallel of this is a guy that learned that lesson now I don't want to use this Tiger Driver on a guy that's ailing. That this might shorten his career. We don't know how much. I just said we don't know how much left we got of Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna be able to just get in this match with Kenny Omega and hold back though.
No, you got to let Kenny have it.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to drop him on his neck too. With Brian on commentary somewhere.
Yeah, and you're now a guy that is dealing with the effects of a neck injury. Like going into this again, I don't think this will be the last time we'll see that Tiger Driver, or at least the last time the Tiger Driver will be teased. Very curious to see what this road to All In looks like. This immediately adds a lot of intrigue because this has got to be it. This has got to be his crowning moment.
We've been building to this. Like, yeah, I don't think we should pass this moment. Like, we got to do it now. And just having All In and Wembley, like, it just makes all the sense for this to be it. And you just, circumstances be on some bullshit. And you just never know what can happen. Do the moment right now. Do the Kenny moment at Redemption. Ospreay at All In, and we're good here.
Yeah. Based on all of this stuff that we got in this match, a lot of Hangman lore. Feels like Hanger might be back in time for All In. If he needs an opponent, sure seems like it's going to be Swerve, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if, like, they're tremendous. They did great work together, but are we going back to that? Is that what we're doing?
That's what it seems like based on what we've got.
That's the story they're telling for sure.
Yeah, based on the last 3 weeks, it seems like that's where we're going. I'm kind of with you. When we talked about it last week, I was just thinking, yeah, but we've done it. I'm kind of ready for Swerve to move on. There were definitely parts of this match where I wanted Swerve to win.
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't, but I wanted him to win.
Yeah. I guess Swerve could be, he should be in the world title thing, but he also could be on the Moxley list because he does have Death Riders beef, I guess.
That does make sense. Swerve versus Mox at All In makes a ton of sense. Swerve is the next Continental Champion, and being the guy that beats Mox makes a ton of sense as well.
Yeah.
Because he's got all the reason in the world to be like, hey, man, it should have been me at All In last year. I should have taken that belt off of you. And then when I had my moment to potentially go and face Max or whoever's going to be a champion this year, you're here rooting for Ospreay. What are you doing in my business?
Like, you've been in my business a lot, kind of, actually. Like, what's up?
I actually think that makes more sense than the Hangman story, but I do think it's probably going to be Hangman.
Me too. Because it's with Swerve, he's a babyface, right? Like, he's supposed to be a heel, but none of these fans, the San Jose fans, don't give a fuck about that heel shit.
People don't
Swerve's house all night. I saw his shirts all in the crowd. I'm like,
big signs for him. Yeah, I saw more than one sign for him. Nah.
So what do? You bring back Hangman as a heel? Like, I'm just like,
Hangman's going to be a babyface. Yeah, Hangman's going to be a babyface. Swerve is a heel here. I don't agree. I don't think Swerve should be a heel. I've been saying that for weeks. But he is. He's a heel.
He's not. The crowd don't think that. Like, his actions are showing like he's a heel, but the crowd's like, we like that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, like you're saying, good problem to have with all these kind of streets you can go down, to say the least, you know?